Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once.
Follow me then, unless you doubt my sense of direction.
Sets my thoughts down dark paths. I'll gut you and feed you your entrails.
Might you consider lightening your pack, Master?
If you feel overburdened, mayhap I could carry some things for you.
If our prayers are not, what hope have we?
This place offers a view of the sea.
Well, we shan't be diving in anytime soon.
Is it true you're the Arisen?
I'm quite sure I was, but ox carts don't. Was it a phantom then? I shudder to think. I fear I'll make for poor conversation. Must we speak now? Must we speak now, sir?
The other day, I chanced to see a most resplendent ox cart on the Now, that's not so strange. But guess who I saw riding in it? Poor little Daphne. I doubted my eyes, I did, and rightly so, as it turned out to be a young boy. Gave me a right shock, let me tell you. Their faces may match, but the lives they lead are as different as night and day.
Here to ask aught of me, are you?
Just thinking about it. What to do? Hoy, Arisen! Say, have you heard about the state of the river? Do you know the river close by the church? Well, it's come to be full of muck, and that's a problem for the church, as it draws from the river to make holy water. I was thinking you could help the priests by finding some gold. I'll help too. I'll look for gold ore every place I can think of.
Now we seek gold ore, though 'tis...
Hoy, Arisen! Have you found any gold ore? That's all right.
You best watch yourself.
Must we speak now?
Pray, sir, have you aught to spare?
I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace discussing a curious rumor.
Regarding the Queen Regent and an important personage, you...
Don't think you're safe. One found its way inside the common quarter just the other night. You could say 'twas an ill twist of fortune. But mayhap we ought to be better. I wonder if building a nice, high wall is out of the question.
Strike. God.
Wait to see what the day holds.
Why, you there? Your presence is requested at the tavern this evening. Who's the one requesting? I didn't ask. 'Tis none of my concern.
The fellow said aught about the...
There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your... Regarding the matter of the Godsway, I fear there is naught to be done, save for your majesty to venture to Batal, where you might uncover the false sovereign. The sigil upon that letter from some days past bore the crest of the Batali Palace. Sure, yet official dealings twixt Batal and Vermund are suspended. Passing through their fortress will prove a difficult task. With such hindrances in mind, I thought to prepare this. Few may pass through Batal's fortress, save Beastren merchants. With some coin, I was able to convince one such merchant to grant us that entry. It ought guaranteed passage through the border checkpoint. But alas, 'tis intended for a Beastren. You shall have to act the part, but as to how that should be done, I'm shamed to say I do not know.
What say we gather some information?
I've a rough idea of where our destiny...
Nation lies. Shall I show you there, Master?
Need anything? Stop by again soon.
You the Arisen? I've been looking. Sven wants to meet with you. Says he'll be waiting in his quarters.
Anywhere's better than the middle of a crowd.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
Beg pardon, sir. But you are the Arisen. Captain Brandt bade me ask aught of you, if you would hear it. However, it is a matter best kept from prying ears. Might we not... Firstly, pray, take this. 'Tis a regalia, 'tis my duty to guard it. Yet, I have stolen it from the master. A duplicate now rests in its place. And I must beg you to keep the true artifact hidden, lest the ruse be discovered. Generations of Amundian rulers have wielded it, though not in battle, of course. 'Tis a ceremonial yet. Deesa's disdain for tradition has seen the blade suffer. 'Tis fractured, and has lost much of its former luster. Captain Brandt is of a mind to restore it, so that it might serve as a symbol of your... Indeed, when the time comes for you to announce your ascension, having this sword at your hip would and I must confess, having watched over the blade for many a... I should be well glad to see it restored to its former... My hopes for our kingdom and its treasure go with you, sir.
You are not permitted to be here. Move along.
Would that all places were so welcoming as this.
Nothing more pathetic than begging for your life.
I'm unsure. Anyone gives me trouble.
Wait for the new equipment.
As for me, I've been looking into my mother's movements since last we met, and I happen upon this. 'Tis a letter she discarded, only half written. It seems to be addressed to someone called Phaesus. I passed an eye o'er it, though I failed to grasp its meaning, or what compelled her to throw it away. Here, I thought it best that you have it. Mayhap you could glean aught from it that I couldn't, and if you do, would you be so kind as to... That is only... I am in no position to make demands, of course. Glad I am to see you well. I've been... No progress as yet, then. Well...
I must ask you to leave this place at once.
Those new recruits could barely lift their swords.
I quite like it here.
We must needs find a smith with the skill to restore this blade. To whom can we turn for aid in this matter?
What's this? Come to admire... Ho, ho! To think my eminence as a collector... If only my collection were complete, I'd fain allow you. Alas, the sculpture that I commissioned to be its centerpiece is yet to arrive. And 'twould wound my pride to have you behold my collection ere 'tis made whole. If your curiosity shall not be denied, however, the man's home is located in Batal, You need only tell him that I eagerly await the sculpture.
Shall we seek some answers?
Could you come over here?
Hey? Got a blade what needs fixing, do ya? Hand it over. Where'd you find this ancient thing? I can scarce see the steel for all this rust. But hold a moment. Isn't this a regalia sword? The state of it. Blades like this were ne'er meant for battle, sure, but this one's been ill-treated. Restoring an antique like this will prove nigh impossible, methinks. Although, there is one who might have the skill. A dwarf, Baron Batal. A living legend of the smithing trade. If anyone can do it, sir, I reckon.
So a legendary blacksmith resides in Batal. It sounds as though he's our best bet for restoring the regalia sword.
Right you are.
A long day of work.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
This ox cart's bound for the checkpoint rest town. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Ready to fall asleep.
This ox... I'll need to see some coin before I let you on. Now here's a welcome sight.
I mislike this.
Fine. Out of the car, all of you.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon. I knew you would prevail, Master.
Not like that. We've done this soon enough.
Get in the fire! Steer yourself! We shall not fall here.
No one can defend themselves from grappled like this.
Lost track of time. This place is too comfortable.
You're well fond of picking things up, aren't you?
Apologies, but I can't offer you a ride, sir.
Materials, eh? I shan't deny. They have their uses.
Say, you wouldn't happen to have seen a pretty stone lying about, would you? One befitting the name the Jadeite Orb. 'Twas stolen from me while I was delivering it, and if Master Everard should find out, 'tis no exaggeration. He said people killed afore, more than a few. To be quite truthful, I'd intended to sell off the Jadeite Orb and quit this place for good. Working under a man such as him, I'd only get chewed up till he decided to spit me out. Unless you were to find it for me.
The Jadeite Orb could be anywhere now.
Pray, sir, seek out. As for where to look, you could try asking a bandit, or someone who's apprised of illicit dealings. Might not be easy getting the... Pray, sir, as for where to look, you could try...
Somehow my feet always carry me here.
What work needs doing?
Now here's a welcome.
Welcome, sir. If you think me a liar, then buy something and see the truth for yourself. Ah, I see you desire one of my masterpieces. Very well. Many thanks to you.
The Jadeite Orb is safely in hand.
Well, if you think me a liar, then... buy something and see. Many thanks to you.
There you are! Pray, tell me, have you found the Jadeite Orb? Oh, thank you, thank you! Pray, take this. I know 'tisn't much. Right, I'd best get going. Sir, though we may ne'er meet again, know that I shall remember this kindness as long as...
I hope Sir Offal shall lead a life free of cares, now that we have released him from his shackles. Such moments make me proud to serve the Arisen.
Oi, you there! I don't mean to pry, only it's my grandson, a boy by the name of...
Morris! I've just found out Roger's been abducted.
What?
I've just heard news. Rog was seen being dragged...
Oh, my poor boy.
Morris, think what you're saying, friend. We can't go charging off after the lad.
Do you truly expect me to do naught but twiddle my thumbs when my other soldiers won't do aught for him, will they now? Consarn it all. He's right. But what else am I to do? If I do not hasten to the... Do you truly mean that, sir? If you return him to me, I will be forever...
We may benefit from pursuing the information.
Greetings. You are the Arisen. Tell me, in your comings and goings, did you happen to encounter him? He seems to have vanished while in possession of a treasure known as the Jadeite Orb. My fellow merchants are scouring the city for him as we speak, and if I may be candid, our primary concern is not the merchant, but rather, 'tis an item of precious importance to myself and my partners, you see. I must see, and in my hour of need, who should wander by but the good Arisen? What say you, sir? You will be rewarded handsomely for your...
Sirs, off...
So, how goes it? Did you manage to retrieve the Jadeite Orb? Very well. Pray continue your... So, how goes it? Did you... I see. That is most disappointing. No matter. Your failure has cost me but little. I shall simply choose my associate. Farewell, Arisen. May our...
With this, Sir Offulf can buy his freedom. But part of me is shamed for the disservice we have done Sir Everard.
That was not at all the outcome I'd anticipated.
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such Arisen dismissed me after only half a day of service.
Fascinating.
If your pack grows over full, simply ask me to sell off your surplus items. I'll have the gold for you in a trice.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
It's this way.
Have you come? The ancient battleground to the north is overrun with hordes of In times past, 'twas safe enough since a few days past, skeleton. It could be that aught's before. Say, if I cannot dissuade you from traversing the ancient...
There are quite a few beastrons are in Batal. Strange that.
Mayhap you've seen those headless. Couldn't tell you whether any of that's...
Give me a moment to think, will you?
I'm not here to talk.
Aye, I met Roger by the cenotaph, on the eastern side of town. He had what looked like a bundle of grass with him, only he was carrying it as though 'twere of the greatest import. When I asked what he was doing with it, he would say no more than 'twas a secret. So I told him to get up, yet no sooner had I turned my back than I heard him scream. I charged to his aid, but a wolf was already scarpering with him and its jewels. Poor lad. His cry, pray help him if you can, sir.
If you want my advice, heed no advice.
Have you heard the rumors? The residents of a small village to the...
Have a gander at my wares. You shan't.
Regret it.
Pleasure doing business with you.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
Begging your pardon, sir.
Peruse at your leisure, sir.
We'll see.
I've just had a thought. Loath as I am to recall the events of the coronation, they are fresh in my mind still. How might the technique used to control us be dispelled?
Good day, sir.
To me to solve it.
Where? Oh, there's always demand for weapons, particularly near the border, where quarrels occur. Every other day. Do you come again?
I've no time for point.
You'll never believe. Normally, you put an elf and a dwarf in the same room, and they'll be trading blows before you can. Mayhap my eyes Greeting! We see a great many customers given our location, so you'll have to forgive us. The sword and staff is open for business.
Aye, I met. He had what looked like a bundle of grass with him, only he was carrying it as though 'twere of the greatest. He would say no, yet no sooner. I charged to his aid. Poor lad, pray help him if you...
The flowers that bloom around, from what I can glean, the petals of... Isn't that unusual?
I do not tolerate idle chatter during missions.
The flowers that bloom, from what I can glean, isn't that unusual?
Poor Rog. He truly is a lovely boy. And he's delivered me my remedies many a time. One, I still recall his smile when he told me about the beautiful... Oh, Rog. Well, I asked...
Mayhap the flower beds will offer some clue as to Roger's whereabouts. I can guide you there if you wish.
My talents lie in combining materials, and I'll use those in my possession to craft things.
No one's coming to assail us. Mayhap we've scared them all off?
I'll take the peace and quiet over a horde of enemies any day.
Lay down your arms.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm.
I dodged the lightning's fang.
Lay down your arms.
I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
Try not to get hit, lest all that window's waste.
Dare I say it, we trounced our foe well and true.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Mayhap the flower beds will offer some clue as to Roger's whereabouts. Very well. I'll guide you there directly.
Ensure your next attack is no less purposeful. And by magic, imbue your weapons with the fury of the elements.
Now here's a surprise.
A splendid discovery.
Ha! I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this. Am I the first to notice we've all got different vocations?
Our respective abilities are unique as well.
We must each of us hone our skills. A jack of all trades is a master of none.
Mayhap the flower beds will offer some clue as to Roger's whereabouts.
Very well.
I'll guide you there directly.
Excellent! I could have done no better.
Strike with lightning on your side.
I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look.
A curative magic are at your disposal. Wait a minute.
Was a battle most fierce. Against a formidable foe.
Fortune favors us, it would seem. The sky is radiant this night. I feel at peace to gaze upon it.
There's no great shock to me.
Pray, allow me to open yon chest.
Have you forgotten something, Arisen? You're looking rather lost.
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
I hope you slept well.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favour.
We must not let down our guard. My magic can be a weapon with the fury of the elements. Well done, Master.
You're well fond of picking things up, aren't you?
On your arms, or you'll hurt yourself.
I must admit that it feels wonderful to strike true.
Ensure your next attack is no less effective.
Most impressive, Master.
Fight on, victory shall be ours.
Not bad.
I'll go and open the chest.
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Gathering materials makes for dull work indeed.
Peruse at your leisure, sir.
Sir, pray tell... Oh, I see. All I know is that he was last spotted near the flower bed that boy. I've never known us come to think of it. I recall him saying aught of a rare blossom that was due to bloom anon. What's the world coming to? The flower bed might be on the outskirts of town. Oh, Rog. All I know, but I've ne'er seen it. Oh, Rog.
Not sure I can handle this.
At once, Master.